Hello, welcome to the summer 2020 semester for in my Calculus 1 class. So the course registration number, the CRN of this class is 10010, okay? And Calculus 1, the course code is Math 2053. Okay, my name is Budi Pyantha. I'll be teaching this class this summer. My office is in Brit 219, but due to the COVID-19, all the offices are closed, so there is no face-to-face meeting. Okay, you can call me anytime during my office hour in this number. Okay, but email is the best way to communicate this time. So the summer 2020 semester is a fully online class. You need to have a good internet connection at home or have an access to the internet so that you can watch YouTube videos, do online homework, online test, and check your email and Georgia View frequently. There will be a few Zoom meetings. Okay, Zoom meeting is a video call meeting, so that will be the online meeting. The meeting time will be decided later. Lecture videos will be posted in YouTube and the link will be posted in your Georgia View account. Okay, so the office hours, if you want to call me, I'll be in my office on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, 12 to 1 p.m. Okay, you can call me at this time or you can email me 24/7 your questions, and then or we can schedule a Zoom meeting if you have some questions. Okay, so the textbook for this class is Calculus 11th edition by Larson and Edwards. A notebook of completed assignment would be kept for daily study and test review. Students are expected to purchase WebAssign Student Access, which is you need an access code to do that, but for to register for this WebAssign homework, you need this code. Okay, I'll show you how to register using this code online. But once you register, you will have a 2 weeks free access, and after that you will have to purchase the access code. Okay, there will be an option that says buy this code, buy the code for this class, something like that. Okay, and then you will click that. The cost of this code will be between $40 and $50. Okay, all the homeworks will be in the WebAssign, all the tests will be in the WebAssign. The final exam may be in the WebAssign or maybe in the Georgia View. Okay, but all the test and homework will be in the WebAssign. The course code for this class for the WebAssign homework is ABAC and then 52846874. Let me show you how do you register for this class, okay, using that code. So what you do, you open your browser and then go to www.webassign.com, webassign.com. Then you will see this page, okay, and go to the enter class key. What was our class key for this class was ABAC, and then let me go back and then check that again, 52846874. So it will be 5284 and 6874, right? 6874. If you do that, then you will see Math 2053. Course registration number is 10010, and then CRN is the same thing, right? Instructor is Budi Pyantha, so you can see my name there. Okay, and that's the college. And then what you do is you do this is my class. If you do not have the WebAssign account already, you will have to do the create an account. Okay, so what you do, you create an account. You need the email address, first name, last name, student ID. You don't have to put the student ID, you need to do the birth year, and then so I want to receive exclusive CNES offers and discount. You can click no, and you create a password and re-enter the password, and then you check those 2 points. Okay, and then create an account. That will create an account and will have access to the online homework. So by the way, the homework will be available only on the first day of the class, and you will have a 2 weeks free access. but I suggest that you wait couple days and then see my teaching. If you think that it's okay, I want to continue, then it is better to buy it, okay, so that you don't have to worry about losing the access. All right, so this is how you create the account. So I talk about the textbook already, and the code. Now the next is a calculator. A graphing calculator is required for this course. The math department highly recommends and provides support for TI-83 and TI-84 series models. Use the cell phones as a calculator. Use of the cell phone as a calculator is forbidden in this course, but you can do anything because it is basically online class, right? So you can use calculator or you can use cell phone, but the cell phone calculator does not have all the features the real calculator has. So I suggest to have the calculator. Okay, so general description of the course is this is Math 2053, first course in the techniques and the and theory of the calculus. Topics include limits, continuity, differentiation and integration, application of the derivative and the integral. Calculus is a transition course to upper division mathematics and computer science course, okay? So if you are a biology major, if you are an engineering major or math major, so many majors require calculus to take calculus. So students will extend their experience with functions as they study the fundamental concept of calculus, limiting behaviors, difference, quotients, and the derivative, reminiscence, and the definite integral, and triderivatives and indefinite integral, and the fundamental theorem of calculus. So these are the topics we will be covering in this class. Students review and extend their knowledge of trigonometry and basic analytical geometry. Important objective of the calculus sequence are to develop and strengthen the students' problem-solving skills and to teach them to read, write, speak, and think of the language of mathematics. In particular, students learn how to apply the tools of calculus to verify the problems, to a variety of problem situations. Math 2053 requires a lot of hard work, hours of study and problem solving, and your active involvement in learning, both in and outside the classroom. So basically, so what I expect you to do in this class is watch the video. So video will be posted in YouTube, and then do the problems, do the homework. The homework will be similar to the problems discussed in the videos, okay? So if you do that every day, then you should be fine, okay, in this class. This course is designed with the aim of helping you stay constantly connected with the course and the material, and within easy reach of some of your best resources, your instructor, tutors, and your colleagues. So this is 4 credit hour course, okay? So usually the 3 credit hour course meets 3 days a week. 4 credit hour course meets 4 days a week. But in our college, this 4, basically what we do is we used to meet 5 hours. If there is a class, face-to-face classroom, we used to meet 5 hours per week, okay? So about 5 to 10 videos will be posted every week, and the link will be provided via Georgia View. So you will click the link, you will get the YouTube videos, and then you watch the video and do the online homework on the same day. That's how the homeworks are designed, okay? Students enrolled in this class must have a C or better in either Math 11-12, that is trigonometry, or Math 11-13, that is pre-calculus, okay? All right, so these are the topics we will be covering in this class. Chapter 1 is 1-1 through 1-5. Actually, we start from 1-2. Chapter 2 is 2-1 through 2-6. Chapter 3 is 3-1 through 3-9. Chapter 4 is 4.1 and 4.5. Beyond these, we will cover some more, for example, some more section from chapter 5 as well, and one section from chapter 8, okay? So teaching and exam policies, I will post the lecture videos in YouTube, and the link for the videos will be posted in the Georgia View. You need to watch 5 to 10 videos every week and complete the online homework. So actually the length of the video is about 20 minutes, less than 20 minutes, but some of the videos are about 30 minutes, or some of the videos are 42 minutes too. So, but most of the videos are less than 20 minutes long, okay? So you need to watch those videos every week and complete the online homework every week, okay? So the online homework, that is the web-assigned homework, constitute a significant part of the grade. You see that? The online homework is 25% of the total grade. Due dates of the web-assigned homework will be posted in the web-assigned course website. So you need to check the due dates every day, okay? And then finish those homework problems, complete those homework problems every day as much as you can. The test will be posted in web-assigned course website. The dates and the times of the test are posted in the course calendar. You see the course calendar? So I have posted the course calendar in the Georgia view too, okay? So that will tell you when is the test dates, when are the test dates, okay? The website accepts answer in a certain format only. For example, sometimes it likes the decimal, sometimes it likes the fraction, sometimes it want you to simplify to the lowest term, sometimes it accepts the term after you do the limits of the derivative. So if you think that you enter the right answer but the website tells you wrong, what you can do is you email me the picture of that problem you did, or the screenshot of the problem you did, and then email me so that I will check it work, and then I can give you the partial credit, okay? If you have done some steps, I will give you partial credit for that. In order to get the credit or the partial credit for your work, you need to email me picture of the work you did in the test. Okay, no makeup exams will be given except some emergencies. You must provide official documents that show the reason you missed the exam. Actually, the exam time in the regular face-to-face classroom is 1 hour and 15 minutes, right? So 75 minutes. But on the online homework, I usually give you 3 hours to complete the exam, okay? So that is plenty of time. So you can start anytime within that 3 hours period and complete before the exams will be turned off. So you'll have enough time to do that. So, but if you miss the test or any exams, I will not be able to give you the makeup unless you present some doctor's note or notes from somebody that is in the school saying that you had a genuine reason to miss the test. Okay. So the homework midterms from the final grade policies. Online homework is 25%. There are 5 tests, test 1 through test 5. Okay. So each test is worth 11% added towards the final grade, okay? So the 5 tests will be 55%. So, and the final exam is 20%, okay? The final exam will be comprehensive, meaning I will ask everything that we cover throughout the semester. And it is on the July 20th, okay? Between 10:30 to 12:30. So basically on that day, I usually open early in the morning, like 6:30 or so. I open the homework about 6:30 on that day. And then I will give you 3 hours to complete that. If you start 6:30, your test will be turned off at 9:30. If you start at 9:30, your test will be end at 12:30 and so on. So I will give you 3 hours, but I will open the test a little earlier than 10:30. But it will be closed. Any test will be closed before 12:30 there. So these are the grading scale and the other policies. Okay, so these are some standard things. But if you have any question about the syllabus, just email me. Okay, guys? All right. Okay, so before we start section 1.2, let us talk about some of the concepts we will be using in this course. Okay. The first concept I want to talk about is the slope. Do you remember what is the formula of a slope of a line that joins 2 points, x1, y1 and x2, y2? Do you remember that? we denote the slope by m, right? And the formula for m is we do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. That is rise over run, right? So, or you can write this way too. It is the same thing. y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. You can do that way too. But what it is not possible is it is not equals to y1 minus y2 over x2 minus x1. This is wrong. Why is that? Because if you want to write the 2 subscript 2 first, you need to have the same thing for x and y, okay? So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, or y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. Either one works, but if you switch those subscripts, then it doesn't work, okay? Because how did I get this one from that is I took the negative, I multiplied by the negative sign on top and bottom. You'll get negative y2 plus y1 divided by negative x2 plus x1. That's what it is, okay? That is the formula for slope for a line joining the points x1, y1 and the x2, y2. Also, another thing that you saw in the college algebra is equation of a line in point slope form. Meaning that if you have a point given, x1, y1 given, okay, and if you have a slope of a line, m is given, then how do I find out the equation of this line? The formula is y minus y1 equals to m times x minus x1. You see that? Y minus y1, this is given to you. x1, value of the x1 will be given to you, value of the y1 will be given to you, and value of the m will be given to you. And if these three things, a point, x and y value, and the m slope are given, then the formula to find out the equation of this line is y minus y1 equals to m times x minus x1. You will plug in y1, m, and x1, and then you will have just x and y and some constant left, okay? So that will be the equation of the line. So the next thing I want to talk is the functional value. What do you mean by functional value? Suppose y equals to f of x is a function, meaning the fx can be anything. It can be x squared or x cubed plus 1, x squared plus 5x plus 2, anything, right? So if you want to find functional value at x equals to a, the functional value is fa. That's what you do. What you do is you replace x by a, okay? For example, if you want to see one example, suppose let f of x equals to, say, x squared plus 5x minus 2. Suppose you want to find out f at 1. That is the functional value of fx at x equals to 1. Okay, that's what it is saying. So x equals to 1, we replace all x by 1. So f1 is the functional value, that is 1 square. I'm replacing all the x by 1. Okay, 5 times 1 minus 2, that is 1 square is 1 plus 5 times 1 is 5. So 1 plus 5 is 6 minus 2 is 4. So the functional value of this function at x equals to 1 is 4. What does that mean? So in terms of the graph, the functional value is height of the function, okay? The height of the function at a particular point, okay? For example, if you draw the graph of this function, it will look like this. There is negative 2 there, okay? The graph of this function will look like this, okay? And you want to know what is the height of the function at x equals to 1. At x equals to 1, the height of the function is that one, right? You see that? At x equals to 1, the height of the function is that. So that is basically 4. So that's what it means. So basically the functional value of a function is the height of the function at a particular point, okay? So sometimes at this point, the height is on the negative side, right? On below the x-axis. So we write negative some number, whatever number you get when you plug in that point. So in the graph, the functional value of a function is basically the height of the function, okay? So the next concept I want to discuss is graph of a function. You guys know how to draw the graph, right? How do I draw the graph? If the function is given like this, basically fx is, you can write y equals to 3x plus 1, right? Now to draw the graph, what you do is basically you make a chart, right? What you do is write down x and then write down y. Now pick different values of x and then plug in here and then find the functional value or find the y value or find the height. Okay, so let me pick x equals to 0. If I pick x equals to 0, what do I get for y or fx? 3 times 0 plus 1 is just 1. You see that? If I pick x equals to 1, what do I get? 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4. Okay, and if I pick x equals to negative 1, what do I get? 3 times negative 1 is negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2. You see that? Let us pick x equals to 2. What do you get? 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1 is 7. And how about x equals to negative 2? So when you pick the x values, if there is a restriction, you pick only from that region. But if there is no restriction for x, you can pick some positive values, some negative values. Okay, if you put negative 2 for x, 3 times the negative 2 is negative 6 plus 1 is negative 5. So these are the points. Now what you do, you plot that point. 0, 1, 1, 4, negative 1, 2, and so on. Okay, so what you do is let us plot those. 0, 1. At x equals to 0, it is 1. That is 1 point. At 1, it is 4. At x equals to 1, it is 4. Let me do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then here, let's do negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. Okay. You can do negative 6 as well. So at 1 it is 4. Y is 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is at 1. And at negative 1 it is negative 2. You see that? At negative 1 it is negative 2. And at 2 it is 7. At 2 it is 7. Right there. And at negative 2 it is negative 5. At negative 2 it is negative 5. Somewhere here. Okay, and then you draw the line, join those points. Basically, this is how you draw the graph of a function given like this. Okay, so this is actually the full function. Okay, it is not piecewise. What do you mean by piecewise? You have seen that in the college algebra. Piecewise function is defined in different pieces like this. Okay, so this is for x greater or equals to 0, meaning at the positive side the function is x plus 1. And at the negative side, the function is x minus 1. So let us draw the graph of this piecewise function, okay? And then we will see how to draw the graph of piecewise function there. So let me mark those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Similarly, on the negative side of x and y, okay? This is the graph or the grid, okay? Now, for x greater or equals to 0, you make a chart. For x less than 0, you make another chart. You see that? Now, so for x greater than 0, the chart will be, I will be picking x values from that region only, meaning from right side of 0 only. And for x less than 0, I will be picking the values to the left of 0 only, okay? And then plot the points that way, okay? For x greater than 0, the function is x plus 1, okay? So y equals to x plus 1. Here y equals to x minus 1. Okay, let us plot x equals to 0. I can plot 0 because what it says is you can plot 0 or greater than 0. Okay, at x equals to 0, y will be 1. At x equals to 1, y will be 2. At x equals to 2, y will be 3. At x equals to 3, y will be 4. You see that? This is what you get. Okay. Now, what do you see from here is you can pick only those x values that is greater or equals to 0. That's what it says. When x is greater or equals to 0, you pick this function. When x is less than 0, then you pick that function, okay? So, less than 0, let me pick negative 1. When x is negative 1, you will get negative 2. You see that? When x is negative 2, then you will get negative 3. Negative 3, negative 4, negative 4, negative 5. Okay, now I want to draw the graph of this function, okay? So how do I draw the graph of that function is, let us plot this first. At 0 it is 1. At 0 it is 1. At 1 it is 2. At 2 it is 3. At 3 it is 4. So this is one part of that graph, one piece of that graph, and it keeps going, right? Because we can pick any value of x greater than 0, right? And for this function, at -1 it is -2. At -1 it is -2. You see that? At -2 it is -3. At -3 it is -4. At -4 it is -5. And so on. So if you expand this, it goes here, right? If you expand this, but you cannot expand beyond 0 though. At 0 it is 1. So at 0 we write open circle here. That is an open circle there, meaning at 0 it is 1. You look at the closed circle there because it is closed interval, right? Closed array there. But at 0 you pick this function, that is 1. But at -1 you pick this function. So how about at x equals to -0.01, you pick this function, right? All the negative values, that's what it says. For all the negative values you pick this one. So at that time you will have to pick this function and then see the height at -0.01. Okay, so which will be close to 1, that will be 0.9, -0.9, right? So basically when this function is not continuous, right? Because there is a break at 0. You see that? This function is not continuous. Continuity means there is no break. But this function has a break. So this function is not continuous. We will talk about the continuity in details later. But for now, this has two different pieces. And this keeps going to the left. And that keeps going towards the right. You see that? So if I ask you what is the height of the function at x equals to 0, it will be 1. You look at the closed circle, not the open circle, at 1. It looks like at 1 there are 2 graphs, that is true, but at 0 there are 2 graphs, okay? But you look at the one that has the closed circle for the height or for the functional value, okay? So you can say that what is f at 1? If you want to find f at 1, you look at this function, okay? F at 1 is, at 1 it is 2, right? And f at -1, if you look at the -1, the height is negative because it is below x-axis. So that will be -2. You see that? How about f at 0? F at 0, you look at the closed circle one, you look at that one. You see that? So you look at the top one, that will be 1. Okay, so this is how we draw the graph of the piecewise function and find the functional value in case of the piecewise function. Okay guys, thank you. So in the next video I will start section 1.2, which is the limit.